The city of Ekurhuleni has placed Ekurhuleni Metropolitan Police Department (EMPD) Deputy Chief Brigadier Julius Mkhwanazi on suspension following the outcome of an internal audit that uncovered possible misconduct. The suspension, which took effect on 11 November 2025, is described by city officials as a precautionary and administrative measure aimed at safeguarding the integrity of forthcoming disciplinary proceedings. In a statement on Tuesday, the municipality emphasized that the suspension does not constitute a finding of guilt, but rather a necessary step pending the completion of formal disciplinary processes. City Manager Kagiso Lerutla said the decision follows serious revelations emerging from the Matlanga Commission of Inquiry, which is investigating allegations of corruption and political interference within South Africa's criminal justice system, and said the testimony emerging from the Matlanga Commission is both shocking and deeply concerning. It points to systematic issues that this administration will not tolerate. We are unequivocally committed to clean governance, accountability, and restoring public trust in our municipality. Lerutla further confirmed that the city has initiated a separate internal investigation into new allegations within the EMPD, distinct from audit that prompted Mkhwanazi's suspension. And said in line with municipal legislation and our clean governance mandate, we are launching an immediate and independent internal investigation into fresh allegations of wrongdoing within the EMPD. We will act decisively on all findings without fear or favor. The city assured residents that public safety operations and EMPD services remain fully functional, with interim leadership already appointed to ensure continuity and stability. Ekurhuleni officials added that they are fully cooperating with the Matlanga Commission and are prepared to expand their probe should new evidence arise. Julius Mkhwanazi has been accused of forging signatures of his bosses to benefit alleged criminal kingpin Vusimuzi Cap Matlala, who in turn provided the city with a helicopter that could fly for only 2 hours a month. Testifying before the Matlanga Commission on Monday, retired Deputy Chief River Spice alleged that Mkhwanazi altered official documents to disguise private deals with Matlala's companies, Cat VIP Security and Medicare 24 under the guise of public-private cooperation. Spice said the forged plans and accompanying memorandums of understanding (MOUs) effectively allowed Matlala's firm to assume policing powers, including responding to emergencies, registering private vehicles as EMPD assets, and even conducting medical procedures during operations. Spice said this memorandum purports to say a private company will act as police. He only became suspicious when he saw the signatures of the document that something was wrong, and said it's as if someone used an old document with the same signature. Mkhwanazi allegedly forged the chief's and deputies' signatures. According to Spice, this was wrong, and he could not allow this to happen. Under the MOU signed by Mkhwanazi, Cat VIP offered the EMPD access to a helicopter, but with an extraordinary limitation, a maximum of 2 flight hours per month. In return, the Metro allegedly agreed to recognize the company's luxury vehicles, 2 BMWs, a Mercedes-Benz and a VW Golf, as official EMPD cars. Spice condemned the arrangement as legally indefensible and operationally useless, calling it a childlike attempt to formalize an unlawful relationship between the Metro and a criminally linked businessman. A second MOU with Matlala's healthcare subsidiary Medicare 24 granted the company power to draw blood at roadblocks and provide legal advice during drug bursts, citing the CEO's health qualifications and legal degree as justification. Spice said this agreement blurred the line between law enforcement and private enterprise to a dangerous degree, and said it's absurd. 2 hours of flight time don't help policing, and reporting crime to a private company is unlawful. We report to SAPS and not to civilians. Spice described this as the infiltration of criminal influence into city policing structures. Meanwhile, on Friday, Last week, the suspended EMPD chief Jabulani Mapiyeye revealed that SWAT members, a unit led by Mkhwanazi, stand accused of murder, extortion, kidnapping, theft, and hijacking. The SWAT unit, Mapiyeye said, operated more like a mafia outfit than a police team, with at least 5 criminal cases registered against 3 of its members. Mkhwanazi has also been implicated in theft after CCTV footage captured him and Metro officers at a workshop in Madsen, where they allegedly robbed copper cables, but the informant who exposed them was murdered. River Spy said Jeko Yanekom, who gave him the footage, was killed on the same day that the officers were granted bail during a drive-by shooting. The footage before the commission showed several EMPD officers led by Mkhwanazi at a workshop where copper cables were allegedly stolen under the guise of police operation. The material was provided by the late Jeko Enekom, an informant who had handed the evidence to spies. Spies confirmed that the officers were seen in footage, including Mkhwanazi, were arrested and later released on bail, and said the operation was not recorded in any MPD files and there was no lawful seizure of copper. What happened there was theft, pure and simple. The commission viewed the CCTV footage showing 2 unmarked EMPD vehicles and a civilian identified only as Estienne, seen working alongside the officers during the alleged raid. Spies described the civilians' involvement as highly irregular and illegal.
Project are we, because we are capturing, my section is capturing it. I then prepared a feedback where I presented and I started. We were at a meeting which we call PEXCO inside. It's Police Executive Committee. It's the Chief of Police with his deputy chiefs and the Head of Internal Affairs that is together. And at this meeting where we were present, the Chief was chairing and I was presenting the feedback of this or where we are. The moment I started to give feedback, Brigadier Mkhwanazi was sitting right opposite me. And he started to scream with even spit and froth that comes out of his mouth at me, where he was screaming, extremely disrespectful towards me, screaming that he doesn't have a criminal record, and I'm saying he's got a criminal record. And I said to him, but I'm not saying you've got a criminal record. I'm giving feedback on the status of the fingerprints. What I do say is that your section didn't provide the fingerprints and they refused to provide the fingerprints. I'm not saying you have a criminal record. And he just kept on screaming at me in front of all of us in the meeting. He physically took his phone out and he started phoning. And he speaks, you can clearly hear, he speaks to the city manager, Imogen Mashazi. And he puts the phone down and he says, the city manager says this process will stop immediately. And he turned around and he walked out in an extremely disrespectful manner. Closed the door. We were all still shocked that a senior officer can actually even act in this manner. And the Chief of Police, Commissioner Mapiyeye, then calmed us all down and says, stop, don't discuss further anything here. He will go and speak to the city manager afterwards and he will calm everything down. We must just carry on doing our work. And from that meeting then, the very next day, I received an email from Kasheka, who is the HOD of HR, wherein she stated that the process and we must submit everything to them. At that stage, I have already prepared what we call a council item. It is a draft item that we can report to council. Everything is already in the item, the wording, the background, the discussion, up to resolutions even, but it's still in the draft form. It states at the top draft as well. Attach this list of officers with a graph of what the crimes are, what the officers are accused of, just redacting their names, and the spreadsheet itself has been encrypted with a password that no one can really open it if they do see it. And we submitted that as a proposal to say, we from a Metro Police side thinks that HR must deal with these officers in the following manner.
What's your take on this one, people? Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more news.